Let's head straight to the Volta region now, where some youth in the South Tone district of that region are calling for the removal of their DCE, Daniel Ameloku. The leader of the group protesting the appointment of the DCE is Wisdom Dapamakbo, and he joins us on the lines. Good afternoon to you, Wisdom. Thanks for speaking to us on Joy News.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, so exactly why do you want Mr. Daniel Ameloku to be removed?
Yeah, let me correct some perception. We are not saying he should be removed. We said he should not be reappointed. He should not be
reappointed. Okay, so why don't you want him reappointed as the DCE for South Tone?
Yeah, because see, I can tell you for sure. During his tenure of office, up to today, we haven't seen any meaningful development of the area.
By meaningful, what exactly do you mean by meaningful development?
We are talking about socio-economic development, be it infrastructure, be it energy sector, be it the health sector, be it the construction sector. We haven't seen any meaningful. And number two, his health is not helping him. So we are just saying that they should allow the president to nominate young, talented, energetic, and developmental-oriented person to administer the affairs of the district, so that you can see better development.
Okay, but the president thought he did probably a better job, so he renominated him. But you are opposing that. Do you perhaps have anybody else you think could do a better job than what Daniel Ameloku has done in the past?
No, we are just asking the president. Names have been submitted after the vetting from the regional secretary to the presidency for nomination. So we are saying they should not re-nominate Daniel Ameloku. That's simple. They can nominate any other person.
So for you, essentially, it's because he didn't bring about the development you guys, the people in the community, really were looking forward to. So he should not be given the nod again.
Yes, that's exactly what we are saying.
But you do not have anybody that you think could do a better job than he?
We don't want to dictate to the presidency. Names have been submitted.
So you've submitted a new list to the president for consideration?
Yes, vetting has been conducted and names are submitted for consideration, including him. But we are saying no. The youth are saying no. They should nominate another person. But we just want to say that if the president does not listen to us and go ahead and nominate him, the district will no longer be bigger for all of us to operate. We will narrow it in such a way that it will create a problem.
What sort of problem? Okay, just hold on for me, Wisdom, because Mr. Ameloku, the DCE, joins me on the line now. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Ameloku, and thanks for your time.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, I'm very well, thank you, and I hope you are well too.
Oh, I'm okay, by the grace.
Okay, so a section of the youth in your community say they do not want you to be renominated as the DCE because you did not do much for them. You did not bring about meaningful development, to use the words of Wisdom.
Who is that? Who is the fellow? Who is that? I don't know. Because this is my first time of hearing. It's so surprising to me.
Okay, but
most of them came to me. They said I should not be. I should be renominated, etc. I mean, a lot of people cheese everybody. So this is so surprising to me that I have not done well.
Yeah, because they say that you didn't bring about meaningful development in the community, and economic development, for instance, is missing.
Oh, is that it? Is that what they are saying?
Yes.
When I said that, in fact, let me quickly just say this. Before we came, we have only 39 communities with potable drinking water. We added 64 within the 4 years. And then we are now adding more. And we have targeted almost every community to be completed within the next 4 years. Now, electricity, we have only 45 communities.
But how many communities do you have in all, in total?
We have almost 400 communities.
Okay.
You see, and electricity, we had only 45 when we came in, but we added 211 communities to the national grid. educational infrastructure, 47 within the 4 years. Now, we were able to lobby 6 investors. In fact, when you come to South Town now, you see large tracts of rice farms. I mean, what type of a lot of employment to the youth, and we have the youth farms. What are they saying? I don't know that wisdom. That wisdom, I don't know. Wisdom what? What is the name?
His name is Wisdom Dafamokbo. And Wisdom, I believe you're still on the line with me.
This is at home. He's a security man at home. He's not with us here.
Okay.
Somebody hired him.
Okay, just hold on for me.
Hired him to do that.
Just hold on for me a second, Mr. DCE. Wisdom, are you still on the phone with me?
I'm still on the line.
Okay, so you've heard what the DCE says. At least he says he added over 200 communities when he, over his 4-year tenure in office, he's increased at least by a few numbers the number of communities that did not have access to potable water.
My brother, is that what the youth are saying? Oh yes.
Which youth? Let me get the youth.
The youth come on the investigations and find out if the youth want him again. We are saying, fine. Now let's be somebody more energetic, hardworking, development-oriented to handle affairs of the youth for development. If you think he does better, we thank him very much. You should give way for another person also to come and continue. I want to use this medium to appeal to the president that this time around, we don't want nominations where the person will come his age to be worrying. We want the president to nominate energetic, talented, scientific-minded people to want a district in everything. Because the region continues giving the NDC over 95% of the vote in the region.
Okay.
And I can assure you, we don't see a lot of development because the DP is so that are performing. If the president went ahead and nominated people who cannot handle the district, 2016, the region, we will advise ourselves because we are lacking behind developmentally.
When you say you will advise yourself, what exactly do you intend to do? Lock up his office or what? Or force him to leave? I'm asking you. You're saying you will advise yourself if the president doesn't act on your petition, and I'm saying, what exactly will you do when you say you will advise yourself? What, to lock up the DCE's office as we see happening across the country, or what?
Man, it's too early for me to come out what they are going to do. It's too early.
Okay, thank you.
I'm saying that if the president continues to nominate him, he will not say anything. But the issue will not be longer.
Oh, I see.
All right, thank you very much, Wisdom. Thank you very much, Wisdom Dafamokbo. We're running out of time, but Mr. DC, I'll give you the final word. This is the sentiment, he says, is being shared amongst the youth in your community. How exactly do you intend to handle the situation should the Assembly go ahead to give you the nod, which I believe probably they are about to do if they haven't done already?
So we have a program, and these programs are continuing programs. And in fact, what is happening in the district is that you come to the district, you marvel. Do you know this district has been chosen for the National Farmers Day because of the large tracts of rice farms and development districts. And South Town is growing. In fact, the development in South Town, I mean, you cannot very fast not compared to any district in the Volta region. But it's so surprising to me. So these are the people who carried out my name out that I am sick, I cannot perform, etc., etc. So they went to regional chairman, regional minister.
Mr. Amaloku,
let me tell you.
Sorry to butt in. We're really running out of time. But if you could just tell me, has the Assembly gone ahead to approve your nomination already?
No, my name has not even been mentioned.
Okay, so
they have not even mentioned my name. That's one aspect of it. And I was taken for 4 years. I successfully completed my 4 years, and I am happy of the work that I did for my district. I am so happy about it.
Okay, they say they are petitioning the president.
So if today the president says I should go, no, I don't have any problem. Not at all.
Okay, all right.
Not at all. I don't have any problem.
Okay, I think we'll have to leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Daniel Ameloku. He is the District Chief Executive for South Tong. Many thanks to you. Earlier also, we had Wisdom Dapamakbo. He is leader of the NDC youth in South Tong who are petitioning the president actually not to re-nominate or reappoint Daniel Ameloku as the DCE for South Tong. But moving on quickly, Finance Minister Seth Terkper has refuted suggestions the Ghanaian economy is on its knees. He, however, admits there are challenges which require realignment of some elements in the budget. Addressing the media after a government retreat to take stock of the economy for the first half of the year, the Finance Minister blamed the challenges mainly on the single-spine salary structure he says is unsustainable.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, in its June 2013 report, said Ghana's economy is in a, quote, critical stage of development. It adds that the over-reliance on gold, cocoa and oil exports makes it vulnerable to terms of trade shocks. But the finance minister at Pediase Lodge countered the claims and offered his take on the state of the economy.
In presenting the 2013 budget, we informed you, the good people of Ghana, about the fiscal slippages. These include slippages on the wage bill in particular, slippages with respect to the corporate income tax, especially from petroleum sector, the slippages due to the non-adjustments of the subsidy on petroleum and utilities. For 2012 in particular, our contributions that we normally receive from the budget from our development partners or donors also experience a significant shortfall. These continue to be the challenges. Having challenges with an economy does not translate, as I've often said, to that economy being broke. The revenues are performing well. We do have expenditure challenges, and we did mention in the budget that we are intent on realigning the elements in the budget.
He also challenged claims the taxes recently approved by Parliament are new. For him, the recent steps taken by government are necessary measures to deal with the challenges of the economy.
We were also making two corrections, and let me emphasize corrections, to the tax regime. One is a communication service tax. This tax was introduced in 2008. We all know it. We call it variously as a talk tax. What we are seeking to do are two things. First, to clarify the nature of the tax as an excise, not as a VAT. For example, we collect the GET fund as a VAT. We collect the NHIL as a VAT. But we collect the environmental tax, which is the second correction we are making, not as a VAT, but as an excise. So to use that issue, to confuse the correction that we are making, I think is not fair to, what government, was seeking to do.
He also touched on the disbursement of the $1 billion Eurobond facility government is seeking.
We are using part of the funds to start the amortization of the 750 first sovereign bond. We are using part to refinance our domestic and foreign debt, which is at very high interest rates. We are using part to pay for counterpart funds, and then the remainder will be for meeting capital commitments in the budget.
Mr. Terkper reiterated that corrective measures being introduced are to protect local industries and further boost the economy, noting government is liaising with its advisors in this regard.
Now to the Western region, where the police commander there, DCOP Kofi Boakye, is asking the Ghana Tourism Authority to integrate security into tourism to make it more attractive. DCOP Kofi Boakye, who was speaking at the launch of the 2013 National Awards in Takoradi, also advocated an increased investment in the sector.
The National Tourism Awards scheme rewards excellence and ensures healthy competition among players. Tourism is the fourth foreign exchange earner for the country after gold, cocoa and remittances from Ghanaians living abroad. Available figures from the Ghana Tourism Authority show The sector contributed about 6.2% to the GDP by generating $1.8 billion in 2010. The region welcomed 18,169 visitors in 2012, raking in over 87,200 Ghana cedis as revenue. This year's National Awards is on the theme, Tourism Gaining a Competitive Edge Through Innovation and Service Excellence, and will take place in December. The awards will be presented to promoters and organizations, NGOs, the media, and the local government ministries, among others. The acting Western Regional Manager of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Michael Pingbi, mentioned infrastructure as key in promoting tourism. He entreated hospitality businesses to willingly pay the 1% tourism development levy. The acting chief executive of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Samson Donko, underscored the importance of the awards, which he said will help further boost the sector. The Western Regional Police Commander, DCOP Kofi Boachi, asked tourism authorities to invest in security since it is key to developing the sector. The Deputy Western Regional Minister, Alfred Ekojan, called on the private sector to invest in tourism. He advised against practices that will derail efforts at developing the tourism sector.
Let's move to the central region now, where residents of Brafoyal in Cape Coast are complaining of poor water supply. According to them, water stopped flowing through their taps 8 years ago.
Brafoyal, located close to Cape Coast, has peculiar challenges with water supply. Pipelines have not seen water flow through them for years. The Agri Memorial Senior High School is located in the community and has similar challenges with water supply. Residents say efforts at finding lasting solution to their predicament have yielded no results. They queue with gallons at night for days before getting water. The situation has ensured some individuals cash in by selling water at exorbitant prices. Residents who are unable to afford the cost rely on a pond located nearby. School children trek hours to look for water, while others stay out of school due to the situation. The headmaster of AME Zion Basic School in Brafoyal, Emmanuel Nyakum, lamented the situation. Residents have therefore appealed to government to, as a matter of urgency, come to their aid.
Now, opinion leaders in the Abutariye community in the Shaman district of the Western region have dismissed recent criticism about the decision to convert a section of a school into a corn mill. They claim the structure, which was built by community members, had been abandoned for more than 2 years.
One of the community leaders, Suleiman Kobne Suman, said the entire community was outraged about the media report calling into question the conversation of a part of the Ahmadiyya Muslim mission into a corn mill. He explains to Joy News the decision was well informed. He says the ultimatum given by the DCE following the report to stop the use of the structure as a mill therefore came to them as a surprise. He urged the teachers to share the structure with them. Otherwise, he says, they are willing to lease out a parcel of land to the district assembly for the construction of a teacher's quarters.
Yes, the teachers' quarters is a bank of BCB, Yawaland or our chair,
Now to Accra, where one of the factions involved in the Teshi chieftaincy dispute back in the recent installation of a new chief in the town has reacted to a news conference held by the other faction challenging the installation. According to them, the installation was done customarily and is legally binding, contrary to claims by the other faction.
One of the factions in the dispute held a press conference on June 27 to reject the alleged newly installed chief of Teshin. According to them, the installation contradicts resolutions agreed on during the meeting between national security, regional security, and all the royal families of Teshin in 2005.
The Krobojaseche, who is not a kingmaker, performed the installation ceremony instead of the Mankralu, thus rendering the purported installation null, void, and of no legal effect.
Ni Ashong Akpo Ajay II, who claimed to be the Shikiteli and acting chief of Teshin, admitted the new chief, even though was disqualified in 1999, was again chosen to fill the void left as a result of the dispute. Ni Ashite Afutu, who also claims to be the advisor to the Traditional Council, disputed the statement made by Ni Ashong Akpo II.
It's a fallacy. It's a fallacy. Nobody has been disqualified. The National Security Council suspended all activities in Teshin until the whole thing is prevailed. Now, what happened was, as it was explained, we have 5 quarters. Bugna is solid. Agbawi is solid. Klemusu is solid. Krobo is solid. Now, Lenchi alone, instead of 3 houses, they have created 6 houses within the Lenchi quarter. And this is the whole trouble. We are divided now because of certain reasons known to themselves. We don't know there's a reason. Someone has come as a stranger to Lenchi. He is claiming where he may claim to be is Ashitewu. It's not.
They, however, called on the police to take action against the other faction for making statements against the newly installed chief to bring peace and discipline to Teshin.
Let's do some international news now. A car has exploded inside the main market in the Somali capital Mogadishu. There are no details on any casualties from the blast in Bakara market. However, eyewitnesses say the car was carrying men wearing military uniforms. Senior officials in Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood have rejected a timetable for a new elections laid out by interim President Adli Mansour. Leading Brotherhood figure Issam al-Irain says the plan for constitutional changes and a vote next year brings the country back to square one. And a huge explosion has rocked the southern suburbs of Beirut with reports of casualties. Local media reports several people have been injured, though details are scarce. TV pictures showed the vehicles on fire and a cloud of black smoke. The area, Bay El Abed, is described as a stronghold of the Shia militant group Hezbollah. Rebels in neighboring Syria have threatened to target Hezbollah, which intervened in the fighting there to support President Bashar al-Assad. We're taking a quick break and we'll be back with some sports news brought to you by Tigo.
Yes, my name is Clarence Kwesi Apia. In sports this afternoon, members of the national under-20 team, the Black Satellites, have each received match-winning bonuses totaling $10,500. Contrary to earlier media reports that the players had each received $9,000 after qualifying for the knockout rounds was confirmed. Reports suggest that no money was paid to the players until after Saturday, July 6, 24 hours before the quarterfinals game against Chile. The $10,500 per player represent match bonuses for qualifying from the group stage and beating Portugal in the knockout round. Bonuses for the epic 4-3 win over Chile are yet to be paid. The Ghana contingent has since arrived in Brussels ahead of Wednesday's semi-final against France. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, some members of the squad are beaming with confidence ahead of the semi-final spectacle with France. Baba Rahman, Moses Oje, Seydou Salifu, and inspirational captain Lawrence Latte have been speaking to Joy Sports ahead of the match tomorrow.
After this game, that's our next game, so we're looking forward to the next game.
Sure, I'm very disappointed because looking at us in this game, we did everything possible to get the 3 points, and I was unlucky to get that yellow card, but all the same, God knows best. So I wish the team all the best for our next game against France. Yeah.
We'll see what the coaches have for us, towards the France match. I hope we definitely will carry the day.
That is the nature of this game. It's painful, but what I will say is that the good Lord knows best.
After this game.
That's all we have for you by way of sports this afternoon. It was brought to you by Tigo. Express yourself.
Now time to do some showbiz, and the first edition of the Ghana's Reggae Dancehall Awards, known as the Bass Awards, has been held. Samini swept 3 awards, but some other dancehall and reggae artists who have been living up to the billing in the past 3 years also took awards on the night.
The first ever Reggae and Dancehall Awards, Bass Awards, was held over the weekend, with Mobile Award winner Samini topping the awards list with 3 awards: Best Performer Reggae Dancehall, Best Dancehall Artist, and the Ultimate Award, Artist of the Year. Other winners include Black Rasta and Ja Amba, who took home collaboration reggae songs for their song Our Africa. Most popular reggae song of the year went to Adam. Most popular dancehall song of the year, Trigmatic. Discovery of the year, Jupiter. Female vocalist, Kaki. Male vocalist, Mugis. And album of the year went to Iwan. There were also interesting performances from dancehall artists, which got the audience excited.
And still talking about awards, Ghana's gospel musicians Kwesi Oteng and Nasi, the gospel producer, have picked up awards. Congratulations to all the award winners from the Reggae Dancehall to the gospel. And that's how we end the Joy News briefing here on Multi TV. But before we go, a second look at our top stories. The National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party has suspended Dr. Charles Reku Brobe for 2 years. NDC government communicators were reported to have embarked on an indefinite strike, but the communications director of the party says the communication members are not on strike. He has actually debunked that report. 2013 Transparency International Global Corruption Barometer puts Ghana's police on top of the list of corrupt state officials. That's it. My name is Mia Kofi Smatabi. Many thanks for your company.